Let me be honest for a sec with you guys. If I ask you right now what you're avoiding in your life, you wouldn't need time to think, right? You already know the answer. That's the scary part. You know who you are, you just don't always like admitting it. So, this is one of those thoughts that hits when you're doing nothing important. I'm just sharing my experience and like what I observe normally, like standing in the kitchen or staring at a wall or pretending to listen while your brain is somewhere else. Like normally whenever I listen some podcast, I'm listening, but I'm not there. Like your brain is somewhere else. You know who you are. Not in a motivational way, not in a find yourself way. I mean, you already know. You know what you're capable of on your best days. You know what you keep avoiding. You know the habits you hide behind excuses. You know the version of yourself you respect and the one you tolerate. That's the uncomfortable part. There's no mystery. Most of us are not lost. We are just negotiating. We negotiate with ourselves constantly. I'll start after this week. I just need more clarity. Now's not the right time. I work better under pressure. All of that sounds reasonable until you realize you've been saying the same things for years. And the wild thing is, you're already aware of it while you're doing it. So, like, the little voice that says, you know exactly what this is. So, like, that voice in your head doesn't go away. We just get better at ignoring it. You get what I'm saying? So, I think that's why silence is uncomfortable for a lot of people, because when things get quiet, there's no distraction from yourself. So, like, you remember promises you made privately, goals you dropped quietly, standards you lowered without telling anyone. And this is not about guilt, it's about honesty. Because, like, deep down, you and I, like, we all know when you're moving with integrity. And when you are just saying busy enough to avoid responsibility, you know when you are doing something because it matters to you and when you are doing it because it looks acceptable. So like no one else need to call you out. You already do it internally. That's why advice only works up to a point. You can watch videos, read books, listen to podcasts, but eventually it all circles back to the same place, same point. What are you doing where what you already know? And that's not a fun question because knowledge is not the flex we think it is, action is. And you know what? Action is boring, uncomfortable, repetitive. There's no applause for consistency, no word for showing up quietly, no recognition for the days you didn't feel like it, but I did it anyway. So instead, we romanticize potential. Potential feels good. It lets you believe you are capable without forcing you to prove it, but potential has an expiry date. At some point, it turns into regret if you don't act on it. And again, you know this. You know which version of yourself you'd respect more a year from now. You know which habits are holding you back. You know exactly which decisions you are postponing because they scare you. And fear doesn't mean you're weak, it just means the thing matters. Avoiding it doesn't makes it disappear, it just makes the gap heavier over time. Not saying this from a place of having it all figured out. I don't. Yeah, I don't. I still catch myself choosing comfort when discipline would be better. I still delay things I know would help me grow. I still have days where I do less than I know I'm capable of. But I don't pretend. I don't see it anymore. That's the difference. When you stop lying to yourself, even gently, things shifts. You don't need a dramatic reset. You don't need a new personality. You don't need permission. You just need to act in alignment with what you already know. Because at the end of the day, no one knows you better than you. Not your friends, not your family, not anyone online. You. You know when you're proud of yourself. You know when you are coasting. You know when you are settling. So if there's one thing to sit with, it's this: stop pretending you don't know the next step. You do. Alright? So, yeah, I think that's my take on that. And yeah, that's it from me. Nothing polished, nothing loud, just something honest. And I hope that kind of give you a little bit of clarity. And yeah, if that make you pause for a sec or think about yourself a little bit differently, you can subscribe and support this channel.